Welcome to Traveling at Chase's Pace. This week we decided to go down and explore magnificent Miami. Now obviously Miami is best known for their beaches, but we're going to see what else the city has to offer. And when you're at the beach, you might as well knock out a picnic at the beach from Joe's Stone Crab, which is the famous eatery here in Miami, and it was the first one to open on the beach in 1913.
Now, as I was saying before, Joe's Stone Crab is a great place to pick up some seafood. I recommend going for breakfast and getting the stone crab and spinach omelet.
After you've done swimming in the ocean, you're going to come over to Ocean Drive and walk to dry off. And while you're walking, you're going to check out the Art Deco district.
Now, the buildings and architecture of the district definitely have the Miami vibe to remind you where you are.
Well, whenever you are visiting Miami, you are going to want to take a break from the beach and the busy downtown by coming to the Versailles Museum and Gardens. Now, the gardens make you feel like you're taking a step back in time because it was built around 1910, and it is immaculate.
Now, the villa not only provides a place to check out some picturesque gardens and views of the villa, but it also shows you how the immaculately wealthy used to live back in that day. After you've seen the villa, it's time to go to check out a castle.
Well, we've now made our way to Coral Castle, and the cool thing about this castle was it's built entirely out of coral, which was found right here in the 1930s. Now, it was built to impress a girl because the guy was a little older than the girl, so he built it. It's like, hey, come to my coral castle, and it didn't work.
The castle is amazing and truly one of a kind, and it even houses some astrological sculptures that actually line up to different stars and patterns. While in Miami, you're going to want to treat your sweet tooth to the Salty Doughnut, which is an artisan donut shop in the Wynwood Walls district. Now, Wynwood Walls is an amazing district because it's just loaded with graffiti and street art. It literally has hundreds of different murals, each one crazier than the next. After you've worked up an appetite wandering around the Wynwood Walls district, you're going to want to go here to Cafe Versailles in Little Havana, which is world famous, of course, for their authentic Cuban food. Now, after you've gotten your fill of Cuban food, it's time to go on a bit of a road trip to Everglades National Park. Now, you can opt for what I did and see wildlife up close by going on an airboat. Some would say a little too close at times. Now, you're not necessarily going to need to get on a boat to see the wildlife, but you are going to want to stay on the paths for obvious reasons. Now, there is a chance you're going to get to run into Florida's most well-known animal, and that is the manatee. I ran into this pair while checking out a boat pier. They were ridiculously friendly and seemed just as interested in me as I was in them. After a while, it was time to say goodbye to the manatees, and we were off for our last adventure at Miss Mac's Kitchen, home of the world-famous key lime pie. There's no better place to enjoy that pie than on the beach. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Traveling at Chase's Pace as much as I did as making it, and like always, stay tuned for next time.